So now that we have talked about how scales are formed, let's talk about how we can systematically go about learning these scales. In this case, we're going to be talking about the circle of fifths. So let's have a look at that. So the way this works is as we go to the right on our circle, we're going to be going up a fifth. And as we go to the left, we're going to be going down a fifth. So the C major and A minor scale is at the top because it's the only scale that has no sharps or flats. So the way that this works is as we go up a fifth, we're going to be adding a sharp to our scale. So the G scale has one sharp, the D scale has two sharps, and so on. Once we get to C sharp, this is going to be where every single note is sharp. So after this, it's easier to just start using flats for the other scales. So now, as we go down a fifth, we're going to be adding a flat to our scale. So for instance, the key of F has one flat. B flat has two flats. And once we get all the way to C flat, we're going to have every note as flat. So it's easier to go from sharps if we're going to keep going around the circle that way. And one other thing to mention is that when I say that we're playing in a key, I mean that we're using a certain scale. So if we're playing in the key of F, we're using the F major scale. So if we go through all of our scales, we can see that the order of flats are going to be B, E, A, D, G, C, F. Or the way I like to remember it is bead, G, C, F. For instance, the F scale has one flat, which is B flat. The B flat scale has two flats, which is B flat and E flat, and so on. So now the order of sharps is going to be F, C, G, D, A, E, B. Notice that this is the order of flats, but in reverse. So the G scale has one sharp, which is going to be F sharp, and the key of D has two sharps, which is going to be F sharp and C sharp, and it keeps going that way. So this is a good thing to use if you want to check to see if you got the scale right. It's a good way to also remember which sharps or flats are in each scale. However, when you are first constructing the scale, you want to be thinking about it in terms of half steps and whole steps.